Back in November 2023, we started tracking our crypto nodes portfolio, at the time being worth somewhere around $6,000 in initial investment. Since then, we've gotten return on investment on several of these crypto gaming node plays, and we've expanded quite significantly. So I'm going to be telling you what nodes we've gotten into, how much we're actually making per day, as well as my logic leading into the latter end of this bull cycle. If this is something that you enjoy watching, as always, like and subscribe. We bring you crypto gaming alpha every single day, and let's get right into it. So let's just look at this big old portfolio here, because we did start with that $6,000 portfolio. We started with several Myria nodes, several playable nodes. Since then, we've expanded this portfolio quite a bit. Let's go over my initial logic into crypto gaming nodes. The ultimate plan that I had at the time, it was either the 50-50 allocation or the 70-30 allocation, where I was going to roll over quite a bit of my portfolio into nodes, NFTs, and more tokens. We started with Sonorous, which is a music ecosystem. They're going out there and they've had a brand new Beat AI agent that has been increasing the price of this thing a lot. You're going to notice that with these crypto node projects, a lot of these are now tapping into AI. I think AI is going to be a very major narrative for the node space for DPIN, and that's an upcoming narrative as well. So you have to tick the boxes in whatever you're doing. So them moving into AI was great. However, something you should know is that a lot of these nodes aren't making as much as they were making before. So you're going to have times where these nodes inevitably correct, that you're not making as much money. So you have to calculate the amount that you're making per month as a total to deduce how much you're actually getting toward that return on investment on your nodes. For example, we have 47,600 currently invested on our nodes, and right now we're getting $43,000 per year. So theoretically, we'd pretty much have return on investment in somewhere around a year and a month. However, we've been earning these tokens for quite some time now. So the actual timeline for ROI is significantly shorter than you would make it out to be. So some nodes we got into brand new. We've got Hytopia. They are going ahead and trying to make something that's better than Minecraft. High Chain, it's supposed to have other games incubated there as well. We're making $6.82 per day or $204 per month. We're running these on Node Ops right now, which is costing us $10 per month to run all 9 of these nodes, which I think is fair pricing. However, if you are someone that only buys one node, then I would implore that you explore other measures like Vulture or some of these hosting services to do it yourself and to do it significantly cheaper so that you can actually make a good amount of capital. Another one, we've got Playable, that at one point was making us a pretty enormous amount of money. I mean, Playable here was $49, and then at some point it was at $67 per day. And nowadays we're getting around $21 per day, which is still pretty good considering how much we actually ended up allocating into Playable. But it's good to keep in mind that some of these plays aren't always going to be at the price points that they were before. There was a huge AVAX narrative that has slowed down pretty significantly. However, their ecosystem, of course, is still building. They're still working out their gaming studio. There are a lot of KOLs talking about them, so there's still reasons to hold these coins. You're just going to have that inevitable correction that happens. I talk a lot about Myria, the next one here. We're making $37 per day. We were also making, at one point, what was this, $58 per day, $70 per day, so pretty much a lot higher. And nowadays, we're making $1,133 per month. We've already gotten our return on investment on these Myria nodes because we bought them pretty much on launch day. A lot of people don't want to take risks, but in my opinion, if you're going to get into nodes, you want to get into them on launch, which is why I want to lead this into the node plays that I'm looking at. Because completely transparent here, I've been increasing the allocation size, the amount of money that I've been putting into each node play, because I want to get into these node plays very early. And that's why you should be joining our Discord Legion, link in the description below, because of the fact that we are really just hunting node plays. There are plenty of node plays that we get every single month, but I will tell you why we got into these right now. The first one is Sophon. They are going ahead and working with many big players in the space. They have a node sale that's launching April 30th, 2024. By the way, if you're going to get into any of these plays, full disclosure, you could use code JM to support me. You also get 10% off for all of these sales. Another Another thing is nodes are non-transferable for 1 year post receipt. So they're actually moving to a model where you're going to be able to sell these nodes, it seems, in a year's time span. It's something brand new that Aether brought up. I love the idea. It really drums up support and actually makes it so that you can actually sell back into the market. A great example of this is my Bitcoin miners. I don't know if you saw this on the sheet, but it does say that I sold my Bitcoin miners for a 30% profit. The halving was coming. We all know about this. It has already happened. So, happy birthday, Bitcoin. But we did end up selling our Bitcoin miners because the profitability of these were going to go down quite significantly. So I decided to go ahead of it all, sell it before the halving happened, and bank the profit that we had therein. So I was happy with that 30% profit. Was it the biggest profit in the world? No, but that's kind of the idea with these things. I'm not expecting huge X's. I am rather expecting something consistent that will hopefully at one point bring me a return on my investment. That's all I'm really looking for here. So back onto Sophon here. They're also giving lockups here, but look at the node rewards. 20% of the total supply, which is emitted over 36 months. That is kind of fast. But also keep in mind that the fees that this token, of course, is supposed to do at some point, if this project is a success, is going to be enormous. Something else you should notice is they've got that Beam contract address here, which is absolutely enormous because they are one of the first to be on Beam. And we love Beam. We absolutely love Beam because Merit Circle, Beam has become one of the biggest gaming tokens in the entire platform. So, I mean, they have massive backing. Sophon has raised $10 million to advance its decentralized infrastructure. We're getting into Sophon for sure. One thing I will say for people that are looking at this, they usually do these on tiered systems. For example, with Aether, Legion got tier 7s and now they're going for like tier 32s or something like that. So it's important to be in these circles to get these opportunities. With Sophon, as long as I can get something around that 200 to 500 mil FDV, then I'm more than comfortable with getting into this. A token that literally just came out for crypto gaming, it's called Carrot. This is from My Pet Hooligan. They have a fully diluted valuation of 887 million. So 200, 500 mil, that's a no-brainer for me. Anything after that isn't terrible value. I would say once you get to that 1 billion FDV, then things get a little bit iffy in terms of potential investment returns. But of course, that's for you to do your due diligence and make your decisions on. And then there's Carv ID, which is another one that I have high conviction on. They recently announced something with Aether, which Aether was a massive success. So clearly, anyone taking a gamble with Aether is going to be doing pretty damn well. They're believing in data. So you should be able to own your data. You can mint your in-game achievements. This is a major crypto gaming play. They have an airdrop that is currently going on, so do feel free to take advantage of that if you're interacting with the blockchain. And overall, I think Carv has some pretty major backing, has plenty of great projects working with them, such as Nyan Heroes. So I'm sure they're going to be a pretty big one. And of course, I'm going to be throwing probably $10,000 each into these plays. So high conviction plays for sure. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section in regards to all of them. Are you getting into any crypto gaming nodes? Are you bullish on the node plays? Do you think it's a good idea? Until the next time, stay classy. And that's all.